Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hello, I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1, live streaming, irlonestar.com, Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and you can pull some of the segments, all the segments from YouTube off of the Lone Star Community Radio website after the show is finished, and share it because sharing is good. So today, we're going to hear about music, Montgomery Music in the Park, and live musicians, a wine garden, craft beer garden, tons of volunteers to cut down on any lines. In the second segment, we're going to hear from Stacey Abella. She's the author of Secrets from the Travel Diaries. And before we do that, we're going to give a little kudos and shout out to my sponsors, Roger Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. The Lake Conroe Realty Group, Vinnie Sinisi, serves the greater Montgomery County as one of the best places to sell a home, buy a home, or invest in real estate. Vinnie Sinisi, because it's an easy name to remember. You can go to Vinisi.kw.com or just Google the Lake Conroe Realty Group. Roger Stein Chiropractic is located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. And they serve everyone from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on natural holistic healing to not only relieve pain, but achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacey Rogers has certifications in adjusting extremities, arm, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. And if you are not currently a client, a patient going to see her or one of her other physicians there, it's only $29. And all of it gets donated back to CASA, Kids Under CPS. So go check it out, Roger Stein Chiropractic, and you will be happy and you'll feel good and achieve optimal health. So a few things happening around us. Well, being that this is Labor Day, we made it through the hottest months, right? I mean, I'm thinking, that that's the case. And fall is on the way, which means we get into October and all the other things that October brings, fall festivals, and cooler weather. Maybe that's in the lineup. Who knows? So this Thursday, September 7th, is the final Thursday. Free concert at Heritage Park beginning at 7 o'clock. So September 7th at 7 p.m. with a tribute to Bon Jovi. Food and drinks may be brought into the park, but no glass containers. And again, it's absolutely free. Kid Fishing Derby is Saturday, September 9th, 9 to noon, with hands-on fishing experience. You can bring your own poles, but it is a free event for kids ages 3 to 16, and they will provide you fishing gear. So it is limited to first come, first serve with bait and the poles, and you must register at the event itself. And again, that is starting in the morning at 9 a.m. till noon. And there will be trophies awarded by age group. Kiwanis Kids Day in the Park also is happening there at Carl Barton Jr. Park, 11 to 2 p.m. with inflatables, rock wall climbing, petting zoo, EMS, fire trucks, police, and that is absolutely free. So I'm letting you know about all the free stuff, and the weather will be fine. I'm just telling you. The Woodlands Charity Run is also coming up. Saturday, September 16th. You can run at Heritage Park, downtown Conroe. It will have a 10K race, a 5K race or walk. And what's really fun is they have something for kids called a Barkley Shoe Dash. And that's for kids 5 to 7 and 8 to 12, two age groups. And you start the race with one shoe, and you dash 50 yards to go and get your shoe. You put on your shoe from a pile of other shoes, so you have to go find your shoe, and then you dash back 50 yards. I think that would be fun for adults. I think we should do that. What a fun thing. So, Barkley Shoe Dash. Again, this is at Heritage Park, Saturday, September 16th. But there's so much going on that weekend. We're going to talk about music in the park here shortly with Shannan Reid of the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce. And also is the Fall Montgomery County Home and Outdoor Show. But the good thing is it starts on Saturday and goes on Sunday too. So that will be happening. And the home show is offering free admission all weekend for teachers, first responders, veterans, active military, fire, and police. All that. So if you have some kind of ID on you, that would be great, but it's free for you. And not that much. It's only $7 if you buy your tickets online beforehand. Texwoodshows.com. So speakers, exhibitors, landscaping, holiday decor, lighting, pools, spas, flooring, lighting, remodeling, all that. So with that, now you know what's happening, and I hope you wrote all these things down. If not, replay it again. You can hear it and be that much wiser. But now we're going to focus a little bit on my guest sitting across the table with me, Shannan Reid, Executive Director of Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, Margie. It's so good to be back with you. How
Thank
many
you.
times have we gotten together to
I
talk
don't
about
know.
fun events on the west
I don't know,
side
but
of the
that's all we
county?
do, right?
I love it.
I wish I could attend a lot of them.
I
I
know
always have
you
them
are
on
a
my
busy
calendar,
lady.
but I don't know. Life
And there's a
happens.
lot to choose from according to your list. We just
There's
heard.
always
it's
a
amazing.
lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Music in the Park is happening, and that, let me repeat that. Music in the Park is
I know.
what it is,
I know.
right? So
I
this is
know.
a new event.
Yes, a fresh, new, upgraded event. It is going to be a fabulous destination for all of our friends, Montgomery County and even beyond. We're reaching regionally to get folks to come out to the west side. And you know, we have a new location.
Tell me.
For our events in the past, we had been in the historic district,
Right.
which we love, our friends
It's
downtown.
a little crowded there, though, isn't it?
It does get logistically challenging. We're just going to call it that. But we have found a pristine 10-acre park
Oh.
in front of the Little League ball fields on FM 149 as you drive up
Right.
in this gorgeous drive up into the forest, nestled off into a beautiful wooded park. We're going to have our festival.
Nice.
It's going to be beautiful. And with the tree
And it
canopies...
is Saturday, September 16th.
Saturday, September
Okay.
16th.
Okay.
So with that tree canopy, we're going to create spaces where you can sit and relax and enjoy a length of the day. No longer are you rushing from place to place or trying to find shade. We're going to capitalize on all of that because it'll still be a little warmish, but it's going to be worth it for sure.
It sounds
Yeah.
delightful,
It
especially under trees and all of that instead of just hard pavement.
I know. And when you look at our website, we've taken our photo image of the actual park that we will have the event
I was
at.
on
So
it
you'll
today.
see. It's beautiful.
So when they go there, but first they got to pay. Can they pay at the door? They pay online, or how do they get?
We have
Tickets
tickets,
to go.
available in advance. We have regular general admission. For adults, will be ages 13 and up, and that's $20. And then ages 4 to 12, that kid range, is $10. And then 3 and under are free. And we also have a VIP package, and that's exclusive. It's limited, and there will be some drinks included, some snacks included, premier seating. We've got some exclusive drinks over there that you can't get anywhere else as well.
Wow.
And we
Nice to
have,
be treated as a VIP.
I'm saying, and we have fancy potties. That's all.
Only
I
for the
gotta say.
VIPs?
Only for the VIPs.
Oh, what is a fancy potty? Is that one of those that has the heated toilet things, or?
Well, let's
What
not
are
go
we
heated.
talking about?
We have AC and running water.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, those are bonus points.
I know. That's a
Right.
bonus to have a clean, fancy potty. Yes. It'll be nice.
Because if you're out all day, you probably going to need to use the bathroom at some
Well,
point.
yeah. And we have regular potties as well.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
enough
so
of
that's
that.
cool.
So, yeah,
So
you can
buy
purchase
tickets there.
online.
Oh, okay.
And, yes, online. Our mocomusicinthepark.com is our website. Tickets are available there. The VIP, you need to get those in advance, and they're limited to 100 tickets for that. Because
100 tickets for $100.
each. Not all. But
Right,
each.
right,
Yes,
right.
that's right. And
That's not bad. It's all day.
exclusive, and you have access to that space in and out all
Dick should
that
go.
you need. Yes.
Okay.
And you can buy tickets for general admission at the gate when you walk up.
Which is $20 or
$20
$10.
or $10 for kids 4 to 12.
So tell me why kids should go.
Oh, we have a giant children's area. And you know, everything we do in Montgomery is family friendly and pet friendly for that matter. If you keep them on a leash, clean up after them. Not the kids, just the pets.
And we're talking dogs on the leash. No
Sure.
other weird animals.
Yeah, we
right?
don't need anything strange.
Lions and tigers and bears.
None of those.
Oh, my.
So we have an entire children's area, all the inflatables. We're partnering with several organizations that are going to bring out fun crafts and great things to do. So it's not a drop off your kid situation, but you're welcome to stay in there. We will have some umbrella tables and some seating where you can watch your kids, enjoy that area, and we'll have a lot of features to the festival that are kid-friendly as well, both in our food vendors and some of the other fun carnival-y snack-style things. So that'll be good. We're going to make sure it's family-friendly across the board. And then again, we're capitalizing on the tree canopies for our seating. So don't feel like we're just baking out there. Especially we're not on asphalt, so it's just going to be an easier day for the heat. I think it's going to be beautiful.
Sounds like a beautiful sight.
Yes, yeah.
So-
It's definitely a destination and a retreat. The nice thing is we have plenty of parking
I was just gonna
around
ask,
the
okay.
area.
So you don't have to pay additional for parking?
No,
Or do you?
you
No?
don't pay for
Okay,
parking.
because I know a lot of
actually.
times you do.
Correct. Usually that is the case, but we're not doing that.
Okay.
We have partnered with our Troop 491 Scouts there in Montgomery. We've always used them to help us with parking.
You've been involved with the Scouts for a long time.
I'm an Eagle Scout mom. Yeah, I go way back.
Yep.
But we are working with them, and we have been able to provide a grant to take care of some of their expenses and just to bless
Oh, wow.
them for the work they do in our
Sure,
community.
absolutely.
So we've made the parking free by doing
Okay,
that partnership.
That's wonderful. And Scouts always do a fabulous
They
job.
do. They are so
They're very
great.
dedicated.
We do have shuttles from that whole parking area because it is a very large park. It extends back. We have over a space for over 1,000 cars. So we definitely have a large
That's a lot.
area to cover. So we've got shuttles to bring you right up to the door. And we do have a gate this year. So you'll pay right as you come in and take care of your tickets, get on into the festival.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
And it goes on until when?
It starts at 2 p.m. and goes until 10. So
That's not bad. That's not crazy.
I know. It's a little later in the afternoon. We will
And you don't go till
capitalize-
midnight or anything like
Right.
that. So that's
Right.
pretty fair and decent.
Yeah.
Because, after midnight, all kinds of crazy stuff happens. Not that I know. I'm not out that late. But
But we've made a beautiful, taken advantage of a beautiful festival layout. So as you go between the trees, we have aisles that walk down to certain features. So you'll go down an aisle and you'll reach the children's area, another aisle, and these vendors will be lining the way. And when you get to the end, we have boutique trailers that have come. They have fun vintage trailers full
Yeah.
of all their
Love that.
crafts and wares and clothes and things. So each row or aisle that you go down, there'll be a feature at the end of that. And then we have some special destination tents. So maybe you want to cool off with a slushie. We've got a big tent where you can come and enjoy several flavors of slushies. We started with our signature slushie last year, which is red, sweet red. And we're adding a frosé this year. And for our...
are those alcohol or non-alcohol?
Those are both alcohol, and then we
Okay.
have a non-alcoholic mango cooler. So that's going to be refreshing and help the rest of our guests who don't
Right.
want to have alcohol, or maybe the kids want to try a
Sure.
mango cooler. That'll be fun. And then we have our wine
Sounds
garden.
delicious. Yeah.
Instead of doing tastings with a bunch of wineries, we have done all of the hard work, and we've actually gone out and selected the best of the best and created flights. So you can purchase a dry red flight or a dry white flight or a sweet flight, or mix it up and do a mixed flight, and then just take that with you.
Sounds more peaceful.
It is. It's
Instead of waiting
slower
in a
pace.
line and people are pouring and all of that.
Yes, Exactly. So
And trying
we've
to vie
taken
for
the
your
best.
spot in the line
There
and where
you
you
go.
go and which one do you go to.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yes, so we are capitalizing on the space. And we have those tables and seating where you and your friends can just relax, enjoy your flight. Maybe you pick your favorite and go back and get a full glass from the gardens and just enjoy it.
And
we're
you're doing the same thing for
with-
beer.
Craft beer, we've partnered with our friends at B52. They're bringing out lots of flavors for us. It's going to cover the array that you can sample. Pick from those flights or have a full 16-ounce pour. And again, sit in the trees, enjoy the scenery,
Oh
enjoy
my gosh,
the music.
I can just picture it all in my mind.
Or take it up a notch, head over to the VIP section with your exclusive ticket. We will give you 2 drinks free. You can pick any of those out of the festival that they offer there. Plus, we're doing exclusive premium top shelf margaritas over there. Only for our VIPs.
Okay.
Boom. There it is.
Oh my gosh, it just sounds.
I know.
What really
Serene.
grabs my attention the most, though, is the trees and the atmosphere and the
Yes.
less clutter and crowds.
Doesn't it feel
and
like Montgomery?
it actually does. Yes,
Yes.
Montgomery is always a delightful place to go to as a retreat, and it's just down the road. But more people need to come out there and experience all that you have.
Yes, absolutely. And we have food trucks, so there's plenty to choose from there. We
That's
are
good. So
bringing
you have
in,
things to eat.
we're celebrating our local food truck vendors for sure. I mean, a lot of our vendors and merchants that are all around Montgomery are local, so you can find them the rest of the year, including our wineries, including our breweries. That's what we want.
So you're
is
helping
to
small businesses, too.
celebrate our local. That's the MO of the chamber.
Well, I know.
Of course we would.
And how long have you been at the chamber now?
This is 8 years.
8 years.
Officially.
Well, I know you did a lot before that.
Yes, we did. We were
growing it and in the
3
area
years
and
before.
all that.
I know.
So this is a brand new event.
Yes, it really is. It's definitely an upgrade to any things we've done in the past. We wanted that experience to really be top notch, to reflect Montgomery, but also to give people a destination, because this year has been interesting in 2023 and the pressures from every side. We wanted it to be affordable. Come out, enjoy, relax, take a load off, enjoy the main stage of music, meet our local vendors.
So are there places they could stay around there if they choose to come out for the weekend?
Absolutely. You know, we always partner and love to work with our friends at Margaritaville, and I'd love to give them a plug. We'd love
I was just there Sunday.
Were you? We'd love for our friends to be a part of that. You know, there are plenty of Airbnb options all around Montgomery area. We definitely will have opportunities for safe rides home. We want everybody to be safe. For all of the events we've ever done in the years that I've been with the Chamber, we've had a great track record of people staying safe when they leave our events, and we want to continue that track record. So having safe ride home options is important for us. We want to make sure
and that's
people
why I just
know
wanted to
about
mention that.
And getting a hotel room may make the difference, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. And we are partnering with Margaritaville for that. So you can go and check them out, and they'll have the festival on their calendar as well.
Great place to go. I was in the pool there on Sunday. Decided to go there for a few hours.
Probably
Avoid
very
the
worth
crowd.
it.
It was very nice.
Yes.
Yes, they took care of me. Okay, we didn't talk about music.
Oh, yes.
We didn't talk about music. This is Music in the Park.
I'm thrilled. So when we do our talent search, we're always looking for who is the next up-and-comer. You know, we've had Cody Johnson before he was Cody Johnson, right? Several times on our stages in Montgomery. And so we're excited to welcome the Chad Cook Band as our headliner. Do you know they were Texas Country Music Charts Artists of the Year in 2022?
That's fabulous.
Yeah. A selection is actually available for you to preview on our website.
I saw that.
I think they're a fabulous band, so we're going to enjoy them as our headliner.
And they don't come on until much later. They're the
Right.
last one, right?
They're the last one. That's our 8:30 to 10 concert. And then leading in for them, our direct support is Hayden Haddock, and he's from this region as well. He is going to be a star, Margie. If you haven't heard this guy, you need to.
I haven't, but I will.
Oh my gosh. I love his stuff. I'm addicted already. I started a playlist with these artists. That's how much I fell in love with their music. Peyton Howie was just on our friend's K-Star just last week, and she was
Will
talking
they be
it up.
broadcasting at your
They will be there.
Music in the Park? Wonderful.
Yes, they're another partner that we have. They
Good.
come on out to the festival. They broadcast live from there. Lisa Christie comes and works with us.
I like Lisa.
Yeah, we have so much fun. And Peyton, we're excited. She has such a following. I'm excited for her to be on our stage. It's going to be great. And then opening our show in the early part of the day is Trey Guthrow. So he's got a little bit of a fun Cajun spin. You're going to really enjoy the music
Sounds
lineup.
like so much fun. Like
It
I
is.
just want to go and hang out.
Exactly.
Get me something cool to drink under a shady tree.
There you go. Wipe your cares away.
You know,
Just have...
I would like to wipe my cares away. They just
Exactly.
need to go somewhere else, to another country.
There you go.
So,
There
no,
you
it
go.
sounds fabulous, like a great escape.
Yes.
Saturday in the Park. Doesn't Chicago sing Saturday in the
Oh,
Park?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're not old enough to remember that.
Wait a minute.
But I do.
Yes.
Dick probably doesn't. So, he doesn't even know who Chicago is, likely.
Ah.
But maybe he does. So, anyhow. All right. So, who are some of your top sponsors? You mentioned Optimum.
That's right. Optimum is our title sponsor. We're excited to have their support and sponsorship, but not only how they help us, they create the fiber optic cable getting up there so that we can have Wi-Fi
your thing.
access.
Yes.
Yes. So they're
Very
an
important.
integral part of
Yeah.
our success. So we're thankful for them. They do such a great job with us every year. Our VIP sponsor happens to be one of our newest businesses in Montgomery, Claire Vista Eye Care. So they're going to set up a tent there next to the
Wonderful.
VIP section. They've got fun stuff they're bringing out. I'm excited for them to come. We do have our craft brewery is Grace Point Homes. They are a recent developer that has come to the Montgomery area, bringing beautiful things. Their projects for new homes, but they're also restoring a downtown treasure in Montgomery. I don't know if you knew this. Right on 149 is the building called Pecan Shadows. At least that's how our local historians call it. And they're completely remodeling, and they are cherishing the history. And when they showed me what treasures they found in the building and how they're revitalizing and refurbishing them all, I was so proud. They're going to be a great partner in Montgomery, and I'm proud that they're going to be a part of
Wow.
our project too, and the chamber.
So many wonderful things.
I
So many
know.
wonderful things at the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce,
know.
right?
I know, we're having
And
a
don't you even have a
blast.
staff now?
I do. I have another person besides
You're not a
me.
standalone?
No, we have so enjoyed Riley joining our team this year and
I love that name.
full term, a full-time person doing all of our marketing
She's
and
sweet.
operations. She's precious, and she is a wonderful addition to the chamber. And we've been growing leaps and bounds. I mean, our event
seeing that.
attendance is outrageous.
It's wonderful.
Our membership is growing, and
I
we're
think
having
business are
such
on
good time.
a different spin this year. You know,
Yeah.
they're more into the thriving after
Yes.
the silent time. You
Yes.
know, they're pushing forward with things that they can do better to get out
Let me
in
tell
the
you,
community.
life has dealt our small businesses since COVID.
Oh yeah, I
Like
felt it.
the face slap and the back slap and the every other slap. It has been one after another
Yeah.
between the challenges of property taxes, the challenges of TxDOT, murder hornets, you name it. I mean, it's all just been one after another.
Yeah.
So to survive those blows and come out strong on the other side, I commend every one of them. I mean, they're my heroes, and they're why I love to do this job. I really do. They're
know you do.
such an inspiration.
It shows. It shows that this is a
Thank
big
you.
passion. You
It
always
is
have
a
a big smile about it, and I'm very excited for how successful this event will be. This will be
Yes.
the one of many, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
As you know, you're throwing it out right now, but then you'll have the second annual, and I'm sure you'll start
Yes.
planning it. Maybe not
Tomorrow.
the day
The
after.
day after.
Maybe not, because I know how events are and how
Yeah.
hard they are. But maybe the following week or something.
For sure.
So this is going to be one that everybody needs to go.
Saturday,
And,
September
Music in the
16th.
Park, yeah. You can go online,
It's MOCO, MOCO, musicinthepark.com.
or you can just Google Music in the Park.
Montgomery Music
Montgomery,
in the Park.
and you'll
yes.
find it.
Yes.
Pretty
yes.
easy. You can go to
Yes.
your website too and
Yes.
find it. and MontgomeryAreaChamber.com.
And we're on
look for
social media. You can find all of it there.
Yep, you have your own page, don't you?
Yes, we do. It
Yep.
has a page and on Instagram as well.
Good.
We're trying to be TikTok.
Oh, and you're on the radio. You're on
And
my
we're
show.
on the radio.
So that's why.
I love it. Of course.
Well, this really sounds like a fabulous event, and I'm so excited for you, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm sure it'll be a hit, and
I
then you'll
always
have to come back on
appreciate
and
you.
talk about that and everything else you have going on,
Yes.
because you have so many wonderful events
So
all
many.
the time.
I know.
All the time, and I'm so glad that your chamber is growing. You're one of 6.
That's right.
6, because the Hispanic chamber
That's
too.
right.
But you're just leaping right up there. You're not the little guy on the block. You're
not the
poking your
little guy.
eye out and saying hello. And so
I'm not the youngest or the smallest.
you're not the youngest, and that's always nice too when you're not the youngest, right?
Yeah.
Because you get picked on when you're the youngest.
Sometimes.
Miguel won't attest to that probably,
Nah.
but that's
we
okay.
love Miguel.
That's okay.
They're doing a great job.
Yes,
Proud for
they
them.
are. Anyhow, anything else you want to add?
No, I think we have covered it all.
I'm excited.
I am thrilled, and I can't wait for everybody to come and check it out. I will say that, maybe we blow the top off and have more people than we can park there, and we already have a contingency plan for
Good.
overflow parking, so watch for signage. If you come late in the day and our parking lot is full, watch for those signs, because we will be parking
Don't turn around.
our overflow at Montgomery ISD Stadium, and we have a shuttle already planned.
Wow. Good for you.
Yep.
You good
Because we're
event
going to blow
planner.
it out.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. Good news. Montgomery Music in the Park. Saturday, September 16th, 2 to 10. Get your tickets online. Be there. There's still volunteer opportunities. And they can go there and find out about it, or to the chamber and find
Yes.
out about it. Or
I have a Get Involved tab on our
Okay.
website for the event, and you can drop down and see vendor
and there's perks to
spaces.
volunteering.
Yes, you get your ticket in, and you get a T-shirt for the festival.
See? There you go.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. Thanks, Shannon. I appreciate
Thank you, Margie.
All right.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacey Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
And we are back. Again, I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News. And before we get started with my second guest, Stacey Abella, who's the author, and she's going to tell us all about herself, her book, and her coaching and everything else, I just want to again give a shout out to our sponsors, because without them, we couldn't do this show. And that would be Roger Stein Chiropractic, located at 3033 West Davis, by Conroe High School and Taco Bell off Highway 105. And the Lake Conroe Realty Group with Vinny Sinisi, because it's an Sinisi name to remember. So remember them, check them out, and thank them for being a part of our show. I know I appreciate it. So, sitting across the table with me is Stacey Abella, and Stacey has been on adventures, right? Been on good
Absolutely.
journeys and adventures, and you have written about those adventures. So, tell me how you got started. Tell me your story.
Well, so I began writing the book about a year and a half ago, but like most books, they really began many years before. I think that books are something that stews inside of you for a long time, and it's kind of like maybe a Texas chili that over time, it's kind of like watered down, and then over time it just boils down.
But they don't like the beans in it.
Yes, that's right, with no beans.
No beans. Okay. All right.
Something like that. And so that's really what this book is about, because I co-wrote it with my 21-year-old self. And so I wrote a good portion of it at the age of 21. And I always wanted it to become a book, and now it has.
So you just made journal entries, or what did you do that you wrote back when you were younger?
Yeah, so it was all paper journals. And so when I was 21, I went and studied abroad in Freiburg, Germany. And my friend and I went over there, and we had this dream of traveling to all these different countries. And so prior to that, we washed dishes at our school. And that earned us the money for our Euro-Rail passes. And so we went off on this journey to travel and to experience life. And I wrote when we were on trains or different times after having adventures, I would write about what I felt, what we did. And I always thought, this was such a pivotal time in my life, and I wanted it to be something that I could share further. And so then about a couple years ago, I was in a place where I had again been, I guess, searching for something, searching for who I was. Again, I think we have to do that different times in our lives. And so I was doing that, and I went back and reread some of those diary entries that I had written at 21, and those began, as we say in the title, reigniting the adventure within me. And so I take the reader on a journey to really reignite the adventure within you as well.
So this is your profession right now, writing and coaching. And what were you doing before that you suddenly just pushed it all aside to focus on these endeavors?
Well, like everything, it happens over time. And so I had a corporate career for a number of years. Prior to that, I had been in Peace Corps as well. So that was earlier in my life. And but I had been in a corporate career. I had my family. I had everything that I had ever wanted. I was an international businesswoman. That was my dream, right? And I then began searching. It was probably around 2018. I began just searching because I knew my health had begun to suffer, and I was just tired all the time. And I just felt like, gosh, I've made it kind of, but I'm not still where I want to be, or this is it, or what's going on. And so in that search, that's when I began to develop my coaching method, my clarity method, that is really all around getting clarity on your mission in life, your purpose, your why, and what's most important to you, and then framing your life around those principles, those clarity principles that what I found is most people, certainly not me for a long time, don't ever get that clarity, to define like what really is success for you. What do you really want? Most people can't answer that question. And so I developed that clarity method through my own journey. And then what happened was then I began to then develop my coaching business through that, because people would say, you seem like a different person. Like, you're a different person than 5 years ago. Like, what has happened to you? Like, can I buy that? Is it something in a bottle? Like, what is that? And so that was really what made me then start to say, okay, what did I do? What did change? And so that's when I began to, that's when I started my coaching business. And then I decided to take that coaching business full time. And that's also when then I started to carve out just a little bit of time each day to then write. And then that became the genesis for my book, Secrets from My Travel Diaries.
Lift it up for the camera. Oh, Secrets from My Travel Diaries. How one burnt-out executive reignited the adventure within. Fabulous. So where did you travel to when you were on your adventures?
So we traveled to more than 10 countries across Europe. And it was different places from Germany is where I lived, and France, and then all the way to Hungary, to Budapest, and all through UK. So lots of different places that many people have probably perhaps visited or maybe not. But the fun thing about the book is you end up being able to travel there vicariously.
Sure.
Through the
That's
diary
what reading
entries.
does. It
Exactly.
takes you in different places you haven't been, so you can be part of the adventure.
Exactly.
How long were you gone?
About 6 months.
Wow, 6 months.
Yes.
Just a backpack?
Well, pretty much. A couple of suitcases.
A little bit more.
A couple
Okay.
of suitcases that ended up being too heavy, we quickly found. But
Yeah.
of course, traveling, it was all out of a backpack.
And my son did that. He took 5 months off, which with what is now his wife, my daughter-in-law, 5 months with just
Wonderful.
a backpack. So I can kind of understand a little about that. I mean, I haven't done it, but he did. But
Well,
he went
you
to
still
third
can.
world countries is where
Yeah.
he went, and did nonprofit work and that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping someday. I am. That's in my sight more than ever at this point. So you do your coaching, you write a book, and how do people know how to get in touch with you, Stacey?
So my website is staceyabella.com, and my book is available on Amazon, Secrets from My Travel Diaries. So check that out as well, because I think we'll be able to get to know each other pretty well through that experience as well.
So I listened to one of your videos, and you were talking about month of elimination. What does that mean?
Yes. So
And when does that start? Is that September?
It was August.
It was August. Okay, so
Yes.
you're finishing it.
Yes, I'm finishing it. Well, so I think especially when you're in your mid-career and you have a family, the summertime, you're with your kids, and it's a time when it's just very busy. And so going into the fall is really, that's the time to kind of accelerate prior to the holiday season, right? When you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're in the corporate world. And so what I've found is the power is not necessarily in what you add, but what you take away. And so I've been really working this month to do my own reset, because I think it becomes like, you think about a plant or a tree, it has to be pruned back, right, periodically. And that's what has happened, is that over time, my business has evolved, as many do. And so I've taken that intentionality to step back and say, okay, what no longer needs to be here? And if it is, it takes energy away from something that I need to be focusing on something else. And so now with my book, since it came out in June, my focus is very much on
brand new.
Very brand new, yes.
Okay.
So I really want to focus on promoting my book, and also going out speaking, like opportunities like this to be with you and others. And so this is a big goal that I have. And so it's like, what other things do I need to then take away, lay off on, in order to really focus in
What you
those
really
areas.
want to do. Okay, well, that makes sense. And along with that is working smarter,
Correct.
which I try to do a lot, actually.
I know you do, because you're so busy.
Well, you have to. You only have so much time, and everybody
Exactly.
has the same amount of time. Some people have more on their plate than others, but you have to work smart. Don't
Right.
reinvent the wheel. If something works, keep at it. If it doesn't, change it.
Exactly. You just you have to pay attention to that, and what gives you energy and what takes the energy away. That's
Depletion.
another important
Right.
aspect.
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with those things. And so what happens next? Are you going to write another book? Are you going to wait and see if you can just keep promoting this for a while, since it just came out in June? Or what's next on the horizon? Because you sound to me like someone who plans ahead.
I do. I have a vision.
Okay.
Right? And that's really what I always need to check in with myself about, because I want to do everything, So it's like, okay, what are those true next
You going to
steps?
travel again?
In a different way. And then that's kind of what my book is about as well. It's like, you can do anything, but it's maybe not in the same way, right? Like, I'm not going to travel the same way I did at 21, right?
Probably not.
I'm going to travel with my kids.
You
now,
could. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
right.
we did.
How old are your children?
They are 10 and 12.
Okay.
So we went to do a volunteer went to volunteer in Guatemala this summer. So that was something that was important to us to do, and gave them, some of those experiences like I had in the Peace Corps. So it's just will be different. But to answer your question, one of the things that I really have on my sights is to land a TEDx. And so that's an area that I'd like to work. And then in addition to that, of course, I do have a new book that I've been working on for probably several years, I would say, just kind of in my head and in some scratchings and things. And it's on my clarity method that I've developed for my coaching. So a little bit of a different angle than this. But the story, this story here, that Secrets from My Travel Diaries, is really a travel story with life lessons, because there are many life lessons that are
Things
interwoven.
you learned by doing this.
Right.
And that's interesting when you can document. And it's almost... it helps you. It helps you grow when you write these things down, and you can reflect on it. You go, oh, I guess that really did do that for me. I find that myself, that when I journal, it's healthy for me. Mm-hmm. And then when you go back and read what you wrote, you go, wow, did that really happen? Oh, okay, what do I learn from this? And what am I seeing that I wrote about? The insight to that. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Absolutely.
But I do that. When I journal, I go back, I have a hard copy journal, and then I also have other things. And when I go back and read what I wrote in the journal, I'm like, I'm looking at it differently now, from a different perspective, right?
Exactly.
And so you grow from that as well.
Absolutely. Well, kudos to you for doing that, because I can tell you how many people have told me that they have journals, but they've never gone back and looked at them. And I think there are two ways that journaling can help you. One is just getting those feelings, those emotions, getting the understanding just at the time. But then it is going back and understanding, okay, what was I thinking at that time, and how have I changed, and how can this shift my perspective? And many people never do that, and I think it's a missed opportunity.
Well, I agree with you, because I might have done it when I was very, very young. But when you have something that you really feel like you want to write down your thoughts, such as when you're traveling. And for me, I write down my feelings on my journey since my son lost his life, and where I'm at and what's going on. So it gives me something to go back. Okay, well, I conquered this, and can I do this, and my feelings. But it's all for the same purpose of putting it down, how you're feeling at the time. And it's just personal. You don't have to necessarily share it with anybody. But by journaling that, it gives you a reflection to go back and look at. And how have you grown, or what can you pull from what you've written?
Exactly.
And you don't have to use spell check or anything. You
Oh,
can
no. No way.
It doesn't have to be reviewed or any of that stuff.
No,
but
that's exactly
you
right.
know, you can, by doing that, put together some kind of a book or something from what you've written.
For sure.
Of course, you probably glean it a little and change it up and that.
Yes.
So kudos to you for doing that. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. And you have a flyer here. And I'm sure that this little QR code is something that's scannable, so that you can, somebody could go to your website, right? StaceyAbella.com. And of course, that's a great picture too.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. So when in your sales consulting, what kind of individuals do you get for that? I mean, what is the focus?
Yes, the focus is on pivoting, on when you're going through any kind of a career or life transition, either one that you planned or didn't plan, right? I really help you to get clarity through that, so that you can then forge a new path. Like I have a lot of clients that are just turning like a milestone birthday, like 40 or 50. And they're thinking, okay, where do I go from here? What do I want the rest of my life to be about? And it's about taking some time to think about that, and then have an action plan and how to integrate that clarity into your life. as well as if you're changing careers, you maybe have a major life change, and there's a lot of things that may spark you to want to really look within and just really figure out what it is you really want, and then go out to set on a new path to actually doing
So
that.
it's personal growth is what you help them with coaching, and I'm sure you give them things to think about when they come back, and then you can review it with them one-on-one. It's not necessarily business coaching, but it's growing, just growing,
It's
growth.
growing. Yes. People ask me, well, will this help my career? Will it help my relationships? Will it help my
Maybe.
own self? And I'm
Yeah.
like, it'll help all of that.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Because I mean, once you grow, once you are
Right.
confident in who you are and you are passionate and you have energy, that becomes contagious.
Well, it changes your outlook on things.
Absolutely.
You know, you smile more, you relax more, possibly, because you're not as stressed or tense about other things. You're not as anxious if you have a goal and how you're getting there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think a lot of stress is about ambiguity because we need to know where we're going. You know, my company is called Wind in Your Sails Consulting because it's all about, we use a lot of sailing analogies to describe, you know, where you're at, right, or what you need. So a lot of people, I know myself included, for a long time, it's like I didn't have an anchor or lighthouses to guide me, right? I didn't know what direction I was
I
going.
like that. Lighthouses to guide you. Very nice. So how can we be part of what you've got going on? You say your book is on Amazon. You're coaching. Do you go to different events where people can talk to you in person? I know you had a book signing at the Woodlands Chamber. Do you have
Yes.
anything upcoming?
Yes. I'm going to be featured in the Woodlands City Lifestyle magazine coming up in November.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
very excited about that.
Well, I'm working on November right now.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
only the Conroe edition.
Yes, yes, I'm very excited about that, and I was also participating in. I sponsored the Breakfast Connections at the Woodlands Chamber as
Okay.
well, and so I got to speak and introduce that breakfast, and so I'm definitely out and about within the community, looking for opportunities to go out and speak my message.
Well, very good. So let's reiterate how to connect with you again. You have Stacey. What is your website again?
StaceyAbella.com.
StaceyAbella.com, and they can Google you on Stacey Clarity Coach on Facebook.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're probably on Instagram and other
LinkedIn.
forums, LinkedIn, all of that. Or they could probably find you at a Woodlands Chamber event, MCABW,
Absolutely.
or anywhere.
Absolutely. And find me on Amazon. And I always appreciate reviews. Those are always invaluable.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
pick up a copy of my book, and I will appreciate if you drop me a review as well on Amazon.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Labor Day, and we all move together into cooler weather, into fall,
Yes.
without any of that H word that happens in September and August. A little rain is okay, but we don't need that H word. We don't need that happening. Special thanks again to Roger Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. We will talk again next time.